Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namaha Parinikatyayana Patanjalibhyah Shabda Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyaha. Namaskara and welcome to our 67th class today. As I told you in the previous class, there was some gap in the month of May because of heat. We could not continue. Now today we are on, actually we are doing on page 416, Abhyasa 259. Eka Una Trishatam Prushta Sankhya. So going by the time telling, one less 300, 250, I'm sorry, Eka Una Shasti Adhika Panchashat Nava Panchashat Adhika Dvi Shatatame Prushthe 259th page. So to say, I'm sorry. Then we are down there. The 16th, I think, Srinivas? Yes, sir. We stopped at 16th. Up to 16th we have done. So here we are learning the time telling in Sanskrit. Samaya. Samskrute Samaya Kathanam. Samskrita Bhashayam Katham Samaya Suchanam Samaya Kathanam Bhavati. Idanim Chaturvadana Samaya Sayankale. Chaturvadane Asmakam Kaksha Prarabhate. Panchavada Paryantam Sayam Panchavadana Paryantam Bhavati Kaksha. Evam Tatra Asmin Pustake Vivida Samayaha Dattaha. Tan Samayan Društva Samskrute Katham Lekhaniyam. How to write in Sanskrit looking at the time given there here. So 16th, 7:30. How do we go with this? Sardha Saptavadanam. Sardha Sa Ardha of plus. Half past, in English we have a saying, half past 7. 7:30 can also be said as half past 7. So Sardha Saptavadanam. 17. Sapada Navavadanam. Sapada. Pada is quarter. That is 15 minutes. Sapada Navavadanam. So Sapada Navavadanam. Then 18th. Dashadhika Trivadanam. Dasha Adhika. Dasha Nimeshaha Adhika Trivadanam. So it is 10 past 3. 3:10. 19th. Padona. It is 15 minutes less, therefore Padona Ekadashavadanam. Padona Ekadashavadanam. Quarter to 11. Quarter to 11 in English. Then Sardha 20th. Ekavadanam. Sardha Ekavadanam 1:30. And 21st 2:50. Dasha Una Trivadanam. Dasha Una. 10 minutes less to 3 o'clock. Then 22nd is Sardha Chaturvadanam. Sardha Chaturvadanam. Padona 23rd. Navavadanam. Padona Navavadanam. Then 24th, if you look at Dasha Una Eka Vadanam. Dashona. So in Sandhi, Dashona Eka Vadanam. Then Panchona Dvivadanam. This is 5 minutes less to 2. 5 to 2. Then Padona Chaturvadanam. Padona 27. Dashona Dashavadanam. 10 minutes to 10. 28. Sapada Shadvadanam. Sapada Shadvadanam. Quarter past 6. 29. Dashona Dvadashavadanam. Dasha una, Dashona, Dvadashavadanam. 30th. Dashadhika Saptavadanam. 31st. Panchadhika Panchavadanam. Panchadhika Panchavadanam. Pancha Pancha. We can't say Pancha Pancha, but Panchadhika Panchavadanam. 5 minutes past 5. 32. Padona Trivadanam. Dashavadanam. Next is very clear. Dashavadanam. Yatha Sapada Trivadanam. Yes, 3:15. Sapada Trivadanam. Dashadhika Navavadanam. Padona Ekavadanam. 1:45. 37. Saptavadanam. This is Sapada Chaturvadanam. Sapada Chaturvadanam. Padona Saptavadanam. 6:50. Padona Saptavadanam. Sardha Dashavadanam. What happened? Oh, sorry. Dashona Saptavadanam. Dashona Saptavadanam. And finally, Sardha Dashavadanam. So this way you have to practice. We have written in the previous class some of these. Learners, viewers can copy them. Not much of difficulty. And then next there is going to come time with some pronouns here and nouns introduced here. Time schedule. You learn some sentences here. Please make sentences as shown in the example. That is the instruction given here. Aham. Now spell out the time in Sanskrit. Aham sardha panchavadane uttishtami. You have to pick up the right verb also. Aham is given as the subject, and choose the right verb from the alternatives given there, and also spell out the time given there in English and Sanskrit. So aham sardha panchavadane uttishtami. You can't say uttishtata, uttishtanti, uttishtamaha is ruled out, because the subject being first person singular, uttama purusha ekavachana. Second one, saha padona saptavadane. No, not vadanam now. It is already given down there, you can see. 2 are solved. Show them. 2 sentences are done there. Aham sardha panchavadane uttishtami. Second one, saha padona saptavadane. Ne. Now here derivation is there. When you say padona saptavadanam, 6:45 only. When you have to say at 6:45, padona saptavadane, saptami you have to take. You have to put that word in saptami ekavachana. So like any akaranta pullinga shabda, napumsakalinga shabda, deve, rame, krishne, parvate, etc. A. So saptami ekavachana is used here. Sardha panchavadane, not panchavadanam. So like that. Third one, sa saptavadane, 7 o'clock. Sa saptavadane. Now pick up the verb. Pujam karoti. Sa, she, saptavadane pujam karoti. She worships at 7 o'clock. Esha, this lady or this female, fourth one, Esha. Sapada saptavadane, 7:15. Sapada saptavadane grihakaryam karoti. Esha sapada saptavadane grihakaryam karoti. This lady does her domestic work at 7:15. Fifth, Esha, this person, Esha sardha astavadane alpaharam svikaroti. This person takes breakfast at 8:30. Alpaharam. Alpaharam is little food, that is breakfast. Svikaroti. Sixth one. Bhavan sapada navavadane. Sapada navavadane vidyalayam gacchati. You go to school at 9:15. Bhavan sapada navavadane vidyalayam gacchati. So, seventh one, Bhavati Padona Ekavadane. Bhavati Padona Ekavadane Bhojanam Karoti. You eat at 1:45. Eighth one, Vayam Sapada Chaturvadane. Vayam Sapada Chaturvadane. Verb Khelamaha. Last one. Khelamaha. We play at 4:15. 4:15. Vayam Khelamaha. Vayam Kada Khelamaha. Kada gives you time. Kada Khelamaha. Sapada Chaturvadane. Balaha Sardha Shadvadane. Gruham Agat. Balaha. No, Agachanti. Not Gruham is there. Yeah. Yes, you can also take Gruham. Doesn't matter. Balaha Sardha Shadvadane Gruham Agachanti. Agachanti or Agachanti simply. Boys come at 6:30. Balika Dashavadane Shayanam Karoti. Girl sleeps at 10 o'clock. So this is how you learn time schedule, time telling in Sanskrit. We'll go once again rapidly. We'll do this. 2 are done. Third one onwards, please look. Sa Saptavadane Pujam Karoti. Esha Sapada Saptavadane Grihakaryam Karoti. Fifth, Eshaha Sardha Astavadane Alpaharam Svikaroti. Sixth, Bhavan Sapada Navavadane Vidyalayam Gacchati. Seventh, Bhavati Padona Ekavadane Bhojanam Karoti. Eighth one, Vayam Sapada Chaturvadane Khelamaha. Ninth, Balaha Sardha Shadvadane Gruhamagachanti. 10th one, Balika Dashavadane Shayanam Karoti. So this way, as I have suggested to you, all those who are willing to learn more of Sanskrit, you make a schedule of your timetable like this. You can write in your notebooks, practice from morning till evening, till you retire to bed. You can spell out what are the activities on this basis. Now some more practice in the same line. You have to answer the questions by writing words in place of given time. So in the place of time given here, you write it out. Bhavan kada karyalaye gacchati is a question. So the answer would be Aham Sardha Dashavadane is already written. Sardha Dashavadane Karyalayam Gacchami. The sentence means here Bhavan Kada Karyalayam Gacchati. When do you go to office? When do you go to office? So you spell out Aham Sardha Dashavadane or Dashavadane, Ekadashavadane, Navavadane Karyalayam Gacchami. Whatever time you go to office, then you spell it. It need not be Sardha Dashavadane, Sardha Navavadane it could be. Because to reach, generally in India, office timings are from 10 o'clock. In US, it varies, 9. They have 9, 9:30, maybe 10 also there. So you can spell out. Second one, Bhavati Kada Vidyalayam Gacchati is a question. Asking a lady, Bhavati Kada Vidyalayam Gacchati. When do you go to school? Aham Sardha Saptavadane Vidyalayam Gacchami. I go to school at 7:30. If you want to add something like morning, then Prataha, as I told you. Prataha you can say. If it is evening time, Sayam. Prataha is Avyaya, no derivation is required. Sayam is also Avyaya. So, Aham Prataha Sardha Saptavadane Vidyalayam Gacchami would be more perfect and meaningful. Third one, Karyalayaha Kada Pihitaha Bhavati. When does the office get closed? Pihitaha means closed. Karyalayaha, the office, Kada, when, Pihitaha, closed, Bhavati. When is the office closed, in other words? So, time schedule here. Karyalayaha Shadvadane Pihitaha Bhavati. So you can say Mama Karyalaya, Mama Vidyalaya, Panchavadane, Trivadane, Pihitaha Bhavati. My college gets closed at 3 o'clock. So Mama Karyalaya, Panchavadane, Pihitaha Bhavati. If it is closed at 5, say Panchavadane, Pihitaha Bhavati. Shadvadane, Pihitaha Bhavati. Then fourth one, Mandiram Kada Pihitam Bhavati. When is the temple closed? So 10 o'clock. This should be night only. So therefore you can take Sayam Ratrau. So Mandiram Ratrau Dashavadane Pihitam Bhavati. Ratrau Dashavadane Pihitam Bhavati. Now you watch in the above it is Pihitaha. Here it is Pihitam because of the noun. Karyalayaha is masculine, therefore Pihitaha. Mandiram is neuter, therefore Pihitam. If it is a feminine noun, then Pihita. Then something feminine comes, you will see, it becomes Pihita. Fifth one, Samskritika Karyakramaha Kada Bhavati. When does the cultural program take place? When does the cultural program take place? Samskritikaha Karyakramaha Sapada Panchavadane Bhavati. Sapada Panchavadane Bhavati. So, sixth one, read it.
Adhyapika Kada Agamishyati.
Adhyapika Kada Agamishyati. When will the teacher come? Adhyapika Padona Dvivadane Agamishyati. Padona Dvivadane Agamishyati. Teacher will come at 1:45. Seventh.
Balika Kada
Shayanam Karoti. When does the girl go to sleep? Balika Kada Shayanam Karoti. Balika Dashadhika Navavadane Shayanam Karoti. Dashadhika Ratrau Dashadhika Navavadane Shayanam Karoti. Eighth. Apanasya Udgatanam Kada Bhavati. When does the shop open? Apanasya Udgatanam Dasha Una Navavadane Bhavati. Dashona Navavadane Bhavati. Prataha. You can add here. Apanasya Udgatanam Prataha Dashona Navavadane Bhavati. The shop gets open at morning at 10 to 9. Eighth one. Apanasya Udgatanam Kada Bhavati. Oh, sorry. Ninth.
Vaidyasya
Agamana Kalaha Kada Kaha. So here Agamana Kalaha, that is the main. Vaidyasya Agamana Kalaha Kaha. What is the time of doctor's coming? What is the time of doctor's arrival? So Vaidyasya Agamana Kalaha Dashona Panchana Vimshati Una 40, 50, 60. 40 here, 40 has come. 20 minutes less. Vimshatyuna Dvadasha Vadane. This is how I will write it. Vimshati, 20 minutes less, na? Vimshati Una Dvadasha Vadane. Vaidyasya Agamana Kalaha Vimshati Una Dashavadanam. Dashavadana Samayaha. You can also say Dashavadana. Vimshatyuna Dashavadana Samayaha. Yeah, Dvadashavadana, I'm sorry. Vimshatyuna Dvadashavadana Samayaha. 10th. Atra Suryodayaha Kada Bhavati. When does the sun rise here? Atra Suryodayaha Sardha Panchavadane Bhavati. There is no problem. Only here, 20, this is 9th one. Vimshatyuttara Dvadashavadana. Vimshat Yuna. Vimshatyuna. Vadane. Vadanam. Vadanam also you can say. It's a big word. Vimshatyuna dvadasha vadanam. Vaidyasya agamana kalaha vimshatyuna dvadasha vadanam. What 20 minutes to 12 o'clock. It's a very peculiar way of learning. So this is how you have to learn, practicing the time framing in Sanskrit. Kada vadane. Now, whenever in Sanskrit, you may be knowing, Srinivas, by now, when we pose a question like kada, when, automatically you have to say time. Bhavan karyalayam kada agacchati, aham pratah dashavadane agacchami. Kada means when. So that practice is coming up here. So kada, interrogative, your answer shall be dashavadane, dvadashavadane, sardha, navavadane, padona dashavadane. You fill up prefix and use this suffix vadane at the end. Whatever time you come, aham pratah navavadane agacchami, dashavadane agacchami, sardha navavadane, whatever they. So vadane should come at the end. That is the practice here. You can read chhatraha navavadane adhyanaya gacchati. So when you make this sentence in an interrogative sentence, chhatraha kada adhyanaya gacchati. Kada gacchati adhyanaya. When does the boy go for study? Chhatraha navavadane adhyanaya gacchati. He goes at 9. Second one.
Lipikaraha sardha dashavadane karyalayam
Agacchati. Lipikaraha. The clerk comes to office at what time? At 10:30. Sardha dashavadane. So you make it an interrogative sentence. Lipikaraha kada karyalayam agacchati. Lipikaraha kada agacchati. Sardha dashavadane lipikara karyalayam agacchati. Third one. Archakaha
sapada shadvadane
devan archate. So worshipper in the temple worships deities at what time? Sapada shadvadane. 6:15. Morning 6:15. He worships the deities in the temple. So posing that, making it an interrogative one. Archakaha kada devan archati. Simply archakaha kada devan archati. In the place of the time you put kada. Then fourth.
Bhaktaha
padona saptavadane agacchati. A devotee comes to the temple at 6:45. 7:45. So you pose it, make it a question. Bhaktaha kada mandiram agacchati. Very simple. Bhaktaha kada mandiram agacchati. Fifth one. Adhyapakaha. The teacher comes at 10 past 10. Dasha adhika dashavadane. 10 past 10 the teacher comes to the school. Understood? Adhyapakaha kada agacchati. Simply you say Adhyapakaha kada agacchati. Sixth. Asti. This is a peculiar way of converting our Indian language into Sanskrit. Yanam dashona panchavadane asti means there is a vehicle at what time? Leaving at panchona panchavadane. 5 to 5. Dashan 10 to 5. There is a vehicle leaving, there is a departure of a vehicle at 10 to 5. Asti means this is our local influence of local language. So, Yanam Dashona Panchavadane Asti. There is a vehicle for departing. That is should be understood. Otherwise, people, you should not understand Yanam Asti. There is a vehicle at 10 to 5. What does it mean? The vehicle is there at 10 to 5. There is a vehicle for leaving at 10 to 5. So, Yanam Gamanaya Dashona Panchavadane Asti. You can say, right. Kada Asti. Yanam Kada Asti. Then प्रधानमंत्री
पंचोन अष्टवादने
आगच्छति. Prime Minister comes at what time? Pancha Ona Astavadane, 5 to 8. So if the Parliament starts at 8 o'clock, Prime Minister comes 5 minutes before. That means that. Pradhanamantri kada agacchati? Panchona Astavadane agacchati. Panchona Astavadane agacchati. 8th one.
पंचाधिक नववादने पाठशालाया
आरम्भः. पाठशालायाः आरम्भः भवति. अंडरस्टूड. पंचाधिक नववादने 9:05 at 9:05 पाठशालायाः आरम्भः भवति. The school starts. School starts at 9:05. So kada, how do you make it? Kada पाठशालायाः आरम्भः. Simply kada पाठशालायाः आरम्भः भवति is understood. Takes place. Next. भोजन विरामः. Now here also the verb is understood. पादोन द्वादशवादने भोजन विरामः भवति अस्ति. There is a break, interval, there is a lunch break at 11:45. Kada bhojana viramah? Simply asking a question. Kada bhojana viramah bhavati? Understood. Then the last one in this page. Sapada navavadane atithayah agachanti. Sapada navavadane atithaya agachanti. Meaning guests come at what time? 9:15. Guests come at 9:15. Kada atithayah agachanti? When do the guests come? Atithayah sapada navavadane agachanti. So this is how you learn the time. A lot of practice is devoted by this book in several pages of time learning. Now we move on to the next page, Shashtah Stabakah, 6th part of this book, and Prathama Pata in this. And Punaravritti. Here is Punaravritti means recapitulation. Whatever has been taught in this book so far, there is a tendency we all have to forget what has been studied, and therefore the book is recapitulating. It is called in Sanskrit Simhavalokanam. Simhavalokanam means like a lion going ahead, keeps on turning back and looking back its way. So it is a kind of looking back. Recapitulation, Simhavalokanam. Idanim vayam एतस्मिन् पुस्तके ये अंशाः व्याकरण अंशाः पाठिताः एतावत् पर्यन्तं तान् सर्वान् अंशान् उद्दिश्य अयं पाठः प्रथमः पाठः तत्र दत्तः अस्ति. अस्मिन् पाठे पुनरावृत्तिः अस्ति. पठितानाम् अंशानां व्याकरण अंशानां पुनः पठनं. पुनरावृत्ति नाम एतावत् पर्यन्तं पठितानां व्याकरण अंशानां पदानां शब्दानां वा पुनः एकवारं दर्शनं पठनं भवति. Now first point here given, bhavantah kim kim patitavantah punah smarantu. What all you have studied so far, you remember once. Punah smarantu. Please remember or recall once again what all you have studied so far in this book. That's important. So now the book itself is giving you patitaha bindavah. These are the points touched or learnt so far. Patitaha bindavah. Prathamayaha prayogaha rupani cha. We have studied in detail the forms of Prathama Vibhakti. What, Srinivas? Prathama Vibhakti we have studied and the derivation. What Prathama Vibhakti we have studied? Not only Prathama Vibhakti of nouns, but also pronouns, Sarvanama Shabda and Namavachaka Shabdas. You can see on the page 420. Now, what is the first one? We started with this pronoun, etat, demonstrative pronoun. Can you read?
Yeah.
That will be better for you. Recalling, etaha, eshaha, etau, ete. Now, if you remember, Srinivas, in the beginning we started this book with etat one. etat kim, etc. So that is why again in the recalling session we are going through all this. So in etat we have three lingas here. That we should not forget. Pullinga is different, Strilinga is different, Napumsakalinga is different. In Pullinga, Prathama Vibhakti, Eshaha, Etau, Ete. Strilinga, Prathama Vibhakti, Esha, Ete, Etaha. Napumsakalinga, Prathama Vibhakti, Etat, Ete, Etani. Now this was very clearly told in the beginning of this book. Now then we also studied another pronoun, very important pronoun, Tat. Tat means that demonstrative pronoun we said. And in Pullinga Tat is Saha, which means he, Tau, they, both, Te means they. And when I took up this, I have also correlated its sound close to the English. Te, they. Te in Sanskrit, they in English. Saha is he. Okay? In Strilinga, the same pronoun Tat, Sa, she. If Saha is he, Sa is she. Te here is plural in, what is plural in Pullinga becomes dual in Strilinga and Napumsakalinga. You can see here. Te, those two ladies. Taha, those women. Taha balikaha. Te balike. Sa balika. Okay? Then in the Napumsaka part form of this tat remains as it is. Tat, te, tani. Tat pustakam. Te pustake, tani pustakani. Tat phalam, te phale, tani phalani. Tat patram, te patre, tani patrani. Tat vastram, te vastre, tani vastrani, etc. etc. Then we also studied Bhavat Shabda, which is somewhat respectful, we said. Instead of using Tvam, the personal pronoun Yushmad, we use Bhavat. So in Pullinga, Strilinga, it is like this. Bhavan, there is no Napumsakalinga for this. For Bhavat, there is no neuter noun. Pullinga, Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. In Strilinga, it becomes Bhavati, Bhavan, Bhavatyau, Bhavatyaha. I know Napumsakalinga here, please remember that. And also remember with this Bhavat Shabda, Bhavan, just now we studied sentences in time lesson. Bhavan kada agacchati, the verb will be in third person. Although the verb is, this pronoun is referring to second person, but in a respectful way, Bhavat Shabda should always be attached with a third person verb. Bhavan kada agacchasi, I wouldn't say. Bhavan kada agacchati. Bhavan kada gacchati, when will you go? Bhavan kim khadati, what would you like to have? So third person verb goes with these two pronouns. Bhavati kim khadati, kim khaditum ichhati, what would you like to eat, oh lady, something like that. So remember that point also. And then another very, very important interrogative pronoun we studied, kim, in all the three genders. Her, and here we are given Prathama. Kim becomes kaha. Kaha means who, kau, which two, ke in plural, and feminine ka, ka stri, ka kanya, which girl, ke balike, which two girls, kaha balikaha, which girls, and in Napumsakalinga kim, kim means what, ke in the dual, kani in the plural. So this is a very important pronoun which we learnt in the interrogation. So without which the language, I mean a very important part of this beginning grammar. Then we have these two personal pronouns here. I was just referring to. See, Bhavat is different. These two personal pronouns are totally different and used for all the three genders. So there is an arrow made here. Pullinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalinga, all are same here. And the reason also given out to you, because whenever I say aham gacchami, it could be a male person or a female person or some a machine, robo can say aham gacchami. So it is the same thing. So Napumsakalinga also it is same. Aham, avam, vayam. We have studied this derivation in the Prathama Vibhakti, aham, avam, vayam, and in the Yushmad, you pronoun, tvam, yuvam, yuyam. And I have also shown the relation how yuyam is English you only. Tvam, yuvam, yuyam, aham, avam, vayam. So what else we studied? We also studied Prathamayam Sangna Shabdeshu. Now Prathama Vibhakti, we studied these nouns. Akaranta Pullinga Shabdaha. These are the Sarvanama Shabdas what we have done so far. Etat, from Etat to, on page 420, Etat to Yushmad, these are all pronouns. Some are demonstrative and the last two are personal pronouns. But coming on to the page 421, you are seeing Sangna Shabdas, which are nouns here. Akaranta Pullinga Shabdas, we have studied number of them. Balakaha, Balakau, Balakaha. Now if you know this, if you remember what I said, if you know this one Akaranta Pullinga Shabda, you are knowing hundreds and thousands, I said. Thousands you can know and derive in the same lines. Balakaha, Balakau, Balakaha, Vrikshaha, Vriksha, Vrikshaha, Devaha, Devau, Devaha, Vedaha, Vedau, Vedaha, Parvataha, Parvatau, Parvataha, Vamanaha, Vamanau, Vamanaha, Srinivasaha, Srinivasau, Srinivasaha, Venkateshwaraha, Venkateshwarau, Venkateshwaraha, Govindaha, Govindau, Govindaha, Achyuta, Achyutau, and host of words. And I also mentioned Akaranta number of Shabdas, nouns are more compared to Ikaranta and Ukaranta and Rukaranta. Therefore, if you learn one Akaranta Pullinga Shabda, you are learning hundreds and thousands in Sanskrit. Then we studied Akaranta Napumsaka Linga Shabda also. Now you know the difference between Akaranta Napumsaka Linga and Pullinga. Difference is only in two vibhaktis, Prathama, Dvitiya. And Napumsaka Linga Shabda differs only in Prathama, Dvitiya, and from Tritiya onwards it resembles totally the masculine noun, Pullinga Shabda. Balena, you take Vanena, Pushpena, Phalena, Balaya, Phalaya, Balat, Phalat, Vana, you take Vana Shabda, Vanat, Balasya, Vanasya, Bale, Vane, He Ba, etc. Saptami, like that. So from Tritiya, Balena, Devena, Vanena, Jalena, Vanena, Vanaya, Vanat, Vanasya, Vane. So all the vibhaktis resemble the Pullinga, therefore not much difficulty. But in the Prathama Dvitiya, it is different. Pustakam, Pustake, Pustakani, Pustakam, Pustake, Pustakani. Then it takes the same root of Pullinga Shabda. Then we studied also Akaranta Strilinga Shabda. What Shabda? Any Shabda you can recall. I have also suggested not Balika but Kanya, very soft one, Kanya. Lata is also okay, Rama is also okay, but Kanya is fine. Kanya, Kanye, Kanya. Or Vidya, Vidye, Vidya. Rama, Rame, Rama. Sita, Site, Sita. Lata, Late, Lata. Anything. It should be Akaranta ending. Ending in the vowel A. So one noun, if you learn in Akaranta, all Akaranta Strilingas are at your command. Similarly, we studied Ikaranta Strilinga Shabda Nadi. Nadi is given. Nadi only should be learnt as a model noun. Nadi, Nadyau, Nadyaha, Prathama. And it goes in Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, etc. So these nouns were studied. 4 nouns, Akaranta 2, Akaranta 1, Ikaranta 1. And in the Kriya section, in the verbal section, in the verb section, we studied these here. Prathama Purusha, which means third person. Madhyama Purusha means second person. Uttama Purusha means first person. So we have a practice in Sanskrit teaching and learning. We come from third person to first person. We don't go from first to third, rather come from third person to first person in learning the verbs. So Kartrupradam, you can see Ekavachanam. You have to take Kartrupadam from why it is not given. There is a missing here actually, Srinivas. Because in the second column it is given. No, tvam is given. I will write here. Saha, sa. Saha should be given. Or sa should be given. Please let them write here. Either saha or sa. In the blank here, just to point them out with the pointer, ekavachanam there. In that case, the problem is napumsakalinga shabda also must be. Yeah, okay, no, doesn't matter. We will only take in the blanks only, please let them write saha, sa, then tau, te, and finally te, taha. The first one is pullinga, you know, this is he, this is she, this is the dual number of this tau, they both masculine. This is they both feminine. And this is they in English, masculine. This is also they in feminine. So these things may be written by the viewers in the blanks there. Then we can do like this. Then you can actually derive now. Take saha, then use this verb, kriyapadam, patati. Okay? Saha patati. Or you can take sa patati. For both saha patati, sa patati. Then patataha, this we take the kartrupada as either you say tau patataha, they both read, or te patataha, feminine, te patataha. In plural, patanti, te patanti, or taha patanti, te patanti, taha patanti. I don't know why this blank is given here. Okay, doesn't matter. Then second, Madhyama Purusha. This is third person. What we have seen is third person. In the second person, Kartrupada is given Tvam Patasi. No problem. Tvam Patasi. Yuvam Patatha. Yuyam Patatha. Then Uttama Purusha also is given Aham Patami. Avam Patavaha. Vayam Patamaha. Aham Samskritam Patami. Avam Samskritam Patavaha. Vayam Samskritam Patamaha. Saha Samskritam Patati. Sa Samskritam Patati. Tau Samskritam Patataha. Te Samskritam Patataha. Te Samskritam Patanti. Taha Samskritam Patanti. We complete that. So these verbs also we have studied in all the three persons. Third person, second person, and also first person. Then now there is one indication given here. Prathama Purushasya Kriyapadena Saha Aham Avam Vayam Atha Cha Tvam Yuvam Yuyam Iti Vihaya Kimapi Kartrupadam Vachananusaram Rikte Sthane Bhavitum Arhati. So here he is giving the indication in the blanks here what we have done here. This thing in the first person, in the third person, leaving the second and first person, anything can come, he says. That is why he has not given, the book has not given. I will read once again. Prathama Purushasya Kriyapadena Saha, along with the verb of the third person, Aham Avam Vayam Atachatvam, and also Tvam Yuvam Yuyam Iti Vihaya. Leaving all these, anything can come. That means, it is general thing. What is second person and first person? I am first person. The speaker is the first person. Listener is the second person. Everything else comes under third person. You are second person, I am first person. Everything else, the viewers, they all come under third person. So that is what it means here. Kriyapadanam Vartamana Kalasya Rupani. Now present tense forms of the verbs are given here. endings are given here. We know by this, by so far we have learnt this, ati, ataha, anti. These are called the terminations in the present tense. Like gacchati, gacchanti, likhati, likhanti. In between taha, likhataha. So that is what is again once again shown to you. Asi, ataha, atha, ami, avaha, gacchami, gacchavaha, gacchamaha, gacchasi, gacchataha, gachatha, etc. Detail we have studied. Then on page 422, Kanichid kriyapadani rupadrishtya punaha smaraniyani santi. Now some verbs you have to again recall, and what are they? For example, janati. They are not regular as such verbs. Janati means knows, dadati gives, shrunoti listens, shaknoti is capable, ityadinam rupani. So we are going to see now, right now, some of these forms again. So Kriyapadanam kala bhedena rupani. Now 3 times also tenses we have studied. Vartamana kala present tense, bhuta kala is past tense, bhavishyat kala is future tense. And one verb, how it gets derived in the present, future or past, future is given in the table once again. Patati, patataha, patanti, patasi, patataha, patatha, patami, patavaha, patamaha. In the future it becomes the same ti, taha, anti will be there at the end, but some infix will be there. Patishyanti, isya will be there. Patishyati, patishyataha, patishyanti, patishyasi, patishyataha, patishyatha, patishyami, patishyavaha, patishyama. If you watch closely, Srinivas, the present and future, the endings are same. Watch. Ti, taha, anti. Si, tahata, ami, avaha, amaha. Everything is same. What is the difference between present and the future? Only in between something is added. Patami is becoming, patati becomes patishyati. Patasi becomes patishyasi. Patami becomes patishyami. So watch that. Then in the bhuta kala we also studied simple past tense, lung. Apatat, apatatam, apatan, apataha, apatatam, apatata, apatam, apatava, apatama. Apatat means he or she studied. Apatatam, they both studied. Apatan, they studied. Apataha, you studied. Apatatam, you both studied. Apatata, you all studied. Apatam, I studied. Apatava, we both studied. Apatama, we all studied. This is how the meaning you should understand. Then bhutakale tavatu prayogam api bhavanta paditavanta. The book says that you also studied tavatu, participle usage of the past tense in the book. Samyak smarantu, remember well, tavatu prayoge purusha vicharaha nasti. In the usage of this participle verb, past tense verb, there is no problem with regard to the persons. For example, kimcha, moreover, vachana vicharena saha tatra linga vichara api asti. But there is only what you call gender wise the participle verb changes, otherwise it does not change. For example, you can see in Purlinga, in masculine gender, what is given in the middle page, Bhavan, Saha, Tvam, Aham, Patitavan. For all these things, one verb is used. Participle Tavatu, the past active participle is used here, Patitavan. So you can say, Bhavan, Patitavan, you have studied. Saha, Patitavan, he has studied. Tvam, Patitavan, you have studied. Aham, Patitavan, I have studied. For all these, only one verb. So this is how participle usage of the participle tavatu helps in fast learning. Otherwise, if you use a regular verb given above in the table, Bhavan apatat, Saha apatat, Tvam apataha, Aham apatam, the verb changes for these subjects. It does not change in the participle form. Similarly, bhavantau, tau, yuvam, avam, patitavantau. Bhavantau patitavantau, tau patitavantau, yuvam patitavantau, avam patitavantau. For all these, only one verb. In plural, bhavantaha patitavantaha, te patitavantaha, juyam patitavantaha, vayam patitavantaha. So this has to be carefully seen. In Strilinga again, with the usage of the tavatu, this bhavati patitavati, sa patitavati, tvam patitavati. If the person you are facing is a female, aham, if the speaker is feminine, patitavati. The participle verb changes its gender according to the gender of the person speaking. Like in Telugu or Hindi, but not like in English. If the speaker is male, female, the verb doesn't change. I went, a male may say, a female also may say I went. That is there in regular verb. Above, agacham, I would say aham agacham, I went. It can be used. So, this also you have to put in mind, keep it in memory. Te, now, plural, bhavatyau, te, yuvam, avam. For all these four, bhavatyau, te, yuvam, avam, patitavatyau, feminine. Bhavatyau, patitavatyau, te, patitavatyau, yuvam, patitavatyau, avam, patitavatyau. And in the plural, bhavatyaha, patitavantaha, patitavatyaha, taha, patitavatyaha, juyam, patitavatyaha, vayam, patitavatyaha. Depending on the gender wise. This has to be a little carefully understood. If you have any doubt with regard to this table, this in between tavatu usage, you may write to us or for any query. With this participle verb only, there is an advantage, there is also a kind of I would not say disadvantage, but gender wise it differs. So, point 1.4, we may go to finish this page. Kriya padanam anya prayogaha. We have also seen these prayogas of the verbs. For example, we have come across some gerund forms, or what do we call absolutive constructions also in this book. For example, tva prayogaha. We came across a gerund usage, tva prayoga. We also came across lyap prayoga, lyap we came across. Examples are given there for you to recall. Saha patitva gacchati. He goes after having read. Saha patitva gacchati means saha gacchati, he goes. Saha kada gacchati, saha patitva gacchati. That means he goes first after reading something. Patitva gacchati, after having read he goes. So, what is patitva called? Purva bhavini kriya. It is a prior action. It is a prior action followed by paschat bhavini kriya, followed by later action. So, when two actions are to be indicated, the first one is assumed to be over and we use this participle verb, gerund. For example, I am sitting here. I will go after drinking cup of tea. Aham chayam pitva gacchami. So, Purva Kalika, Purva Bhavini Kriya, what is the prior action here? First I will drink tea and then go. So, this Pitva is Tva Prayoga, gerund form, which has no derivation further. Aham Pitva, Saha Pitva, Bhavan Pitva, anywhere you can use it. Gacchati, something like that. So, in the lep is also same gerund, giving almost the same sense. Now, Saha Utthaya Brahmati, sentence is given like this. What does the sentence mean here? Saha Utthaya Brahmati. He roams, he takes a walk after getting up. Having got up, he goes for walking. Having, after getting up, Utthaya means after getting up, having got up from sleep, from bed, saha bhramati, he goes for brahmana. Brahmana means walking. Understand? So this is lep prayoga. But there is a difference between lep and tva prayoga. In tva you can see tva everywhere. In lep you can only see ya remaining. But utthaya, pravishya, anubhuya. So in lep you will find the final sound ya coming at the end of the verb. Then we also studied point 3 here, tumun prayoga. We lep, tva and tumun also we studied. What is tumun? Infinitive of purpose, I said. So for example, I want to see India. If somebody says, aham Bharata Desham drashtum ichchami. I want to read Sanskrit. Aham Sanskritam patitum ichchami. Patitum ichchami. I like to read Sanskrit. So this patitum, drashtum, khaditum, to eat, etc. These are the tumun prayogas. Infinitive of purpose we say. So that is explained here. Yam kriyam uddishya kachid anya kriya bhavati tataha tumun bhavati. When does tumun come into usage? Whenever an action follows something regarding some other action, then you get tumun. For example, as I have already given you, here two, it is divided into two here. What is it? Gamana kriya gacchati. Gacchati is what? Showing action of going. Okay? 2. Uddesham patana kriya. And is going for what purpose? Patitum, to read. Reading is his intention. Reading is his purpose. And gacchati is showing only motion. Gacchati means is going. What for is he going? Patitum, for the sake of reading. So uddesham patana kriya. The purpose of his going is patana kriya. Reading, action of reading. So when these two are indicated, we use the tumun. Tumun. So sentence you can see down there. Atra purvam gamanam tataha patanam. First here, first going and then reading. Patitum gacchati. So he is going to read. Which is following what? Going is first, reading is next. In the above examples, for example, saha patitva gacchati means reading is first, going is next. Purva bhavini kriya, uttara bhavini kriya, that is what. That is the difference here. Are we left with any time? 2 more minutes. So we also touched upon this other 423 page now, moving to Ichchatehe prayoge tumun. We also use this tumun, very important participle, as in the example patitum ichchati. He wants to read. Khaditum ichchati. He wants to eat. Gantum ichchati. He likes to go. He wants to go. So in this ichcha artha, in the sense of wishing to read, wishing to, wanting to eat, wanting to go, etc. also, we use tumun. And these examples are the shaknotehe prayoge tumun. We have also seen how with the verb shaknu, capable, we use the tumun. For example, nartitum shaknoti. She is capable of dancing, to dance. Nartitum, to dance, shaknoti. She is capable. So in the sense of capability also we use tumun. Another example, gatum shaknoti, means she is capable of singing. She is skilled to sing. She is capable to sing, for singing. And sapta vibhakti prayoga. Now I think from here he is giving the usage of the 7 cases, the meanings in which we learn all the 7 cases. Prathama we have seen. Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Sambodhana. In what sense we studied nouns, Akaranta Pullinga, Akaranta Napumsakalinga, Akaranta Strilinga, and Ikaranta Strilinga. This is going to touch in the next point. I think we will not be able to take up this. We will start with this next class. Sapta Vibhakti Prayogaha. All the 7 usages of the cases are going to be explained. Shubham Bhuya.